place. Oh boy. I bought these blazers. It was all like $23 for all of them. It was cheap as dirt. I think I bought some dress pants in here too. I love it when things are cheap as dirt. Because I can't afford nothing. But I can afford it when it's cheap as dirt. Probably cheaper than dirt, actually. But you know, that's just what it is, you know. I am poor. Just poor, 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 poor. Ah, I got my scissors sharpened. It was $7. It's a great deal. This guy lives in my state, was in my county, and he'll travel all around the county to sharpen stuff for you. Scissors, uh, knives. He doesn't charge like a travel fee to go to your place, which is even better. Because I'm poor. The $7. And I went through over 30 projects with these scissors. So they're dead. And he fixed them right up in a couple minutes. So worth $7. And he got it done right away. I didn't have to wait. Okay, that's good. Anyways, yeah, I got dress pants too from went thrifting. Everything was half off. Makes it even better. They love selling blazers for cheap over there. I just go pick up a whole bunch of them for like $20. Like anywhere else, they would be way more expensive. So, you know, I feel kind of bad for the people that may want to like buy it and actually wear it. But like, you know, at the end of the day, it is going to a good home. And to me, that's what matters. So. It's going to good use. Also, I don't know how many people would actually like purchase a garment like this, you know. So, like, but I would, definitely would. So you know, it's nice. I wish I could like afford like to do this to Acne Studios and stuff like that, but nope, I can't. Maybe one day. It's way cheaper to use an old garment that nobody wants anymore because it's only sold for cheap. Because I can't really afford like fabric by the yard, so I actually save a lot of money just by using. I mean, yeah, I have to patch it up, it takes more time, but like at the end of the day, I enjoy the process. So, you know, I don't mind taking all this time to do something. I enjoy the process, and these kids on TikTok are abusing me. Slow down. I don't like your pace. It makes me uncomfortable. It's like, bro, you don't tell a speedrunner to slow down. No, you want the speedrunner to speed up. So shut the fuck up. I fucking hate you. Like they're keyboard warriors thinking they know better than me. I'm gonna make it. I do my techniques at my own pace and my own speed. If that makes you uncomfortable, that's your own fault. Okay? 15 hours to make something is a lot of time to make one item all by yourself. It's painstakingly boring sometimes. I mean, just because I love it, I get bored with the process sometimes. So 15 hours is me slowing the fuck down because I'm sick. And if that's too fast for you, then shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about sewing. If you don't sew, it's easy just to look at someone and say, you're going too fast, or you're not doing it the way I like it. Well, shut the fuck up. Get slapped, keyboard warrior. Look at my face to see what happens. Actually, I met people that were keyboard warriors that would commonly say the meanest stuff to my stuff. And they're like, in front of my face, they're all like, oh, it's quality. It looks so good. He did such a good job. But then the second they get behind their computer screens, They say the meanest shit. But the second they see you in real life, they shut the fuck up and just say nice things to you and about your work. Those motherfuckers are fake as hell. Fake. I hate them. Despise them. They suck. I roast them, insult them, and roast them, whatever word you want to say, all the time whenever they start commenting. Like, and then one of them loved to hate so much. He literally, I think it was a he. I can't tell you. I'm gonna assume it was a man. But he was all like, "Look, guys, he made another pair of pants." Like he wanted to bring the hate mob back. Like he loved the hate so much that he wanted to bring the hate mob to another pair of pants that I made in my comment section. And I was like, this is pathetic. I thought it was a joke. But no, this man actually, or boy, I don't know, man. This boy actually did that. So, yeah. Or he could have been a man. I don't know, but he was not. He was acting like a man child, that's for sure. So, he just wasn't a good person. And, like, I hate those people. And, like, it just ruins the fun of, like, making something. Because, like, I have friends on TikTok, and I don't want them to read all these, like, horrible, dismissive, evil comments, right? Like, I don't want them to experience that. I don't want them to hear, like I don't know if they care about me. I don't really know them in real life, but, we at least get along in some degree. But, like, holy shit, dude. I feel bad for this, I honestly just feel bad for those kids that comment that they're just the worst. I don't understand why they're so evil. That's just my experience. Anyways, yeah, this is enough fabric to make the garment for sure. So I'm happy for that. That's the world I have to deal with and live in. And I hope none of you, and all of you are going to experience that if you go try anything, because they're like, because one guy opened up to me before all the hate happened. He was all like, "Man, your stuff's shit. It looks like ass." And I'm all like, "Okay, that's every fucking kid ever that ever said that ever." And then the funny part was all like, so then I started like, "You don't have to be bitter at me because other people didn't like your work," because he was all like, "I tried doing this and no one approved of my work. Nobody liked it." And he was just like crying or something, and he was just being nice to me all of a sudden. And I'm all like, just because no one liked your work doesn't mean people don't like my work. Shut the fuck up and get a life. But that's just me though. W said hi. Yo, hi, hello. Hello, everyone. I cannot read that language. If someone can translate it for me, I would love that. I only speak English, everyone. Hope you like and subscribe and have a great day. Sorry, everyone. I can't read anything but English. Hello, James. Hello, Justine. I hope you're doing... Wait. Oh, yeah. Hello, James. Hello, Justine. I hope you're doing well today. I'm making pants. I'm thinking now. What do I need? I need this piece, too. I'm going to make the fronts and the backs first, because they're always the hardest pieces to make. But yeah, these kids are stupid. I can't say the word because the word was banned. As much as I want to say the word, I don't know why. I am autistic, but I can't say the R word. That's stupid. Okay, I can't even say my own word for people that describe me without getting banned or whatever. So. I never said this was for children, by the way. So yeah, keep that in mind. Oh. This is the show for adults, or as James says, PG-13, which don't make no sense to me. I don't think a 13-year-old should be watching this. That's the back. I want this to be the front. Okay. This is the front. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it that way because I want to. Your kids are finished my pants. They fit well. Like, oh, that's great. I'm happy for you, Justine. I'm happy to hear that you did a good job. That makes me happy. My kids are crying 20 plus years. So, wait, 20 plus years for what? I'm confused. It took you 20 years to finish the pants? That's a long time. Your kids are crying. Why? Wait, why are your kids crying, James? I'm confused. I hope. What? I hope everything's okay, James. Takes a long time to, takes a long time. I spent hours learning how to make pants. Hours of my life. Nope. Because you don't have a parental guidance in your show. They've been listening to the entire. Well, your videos. All right. Because you don't have parental guidance in your show. They have been this. Oh, I'm sorry. You should know that the show's not for. I don't know why you're here. I'm sorry, James. Yeah, this is not PG. This is not PG at all. Like I'm drunk sometimes here. I'm making fun of the fashion industry. I don't. Your kids are gonna go to school after this summer and be all like, "Man, the fashion industry sucks," and they're just gonna be like saying, and then your teachers are gonna be all like, what? I'm turning 30 in two. I'm turning 20. I'm turning 29 this year, and I'm gonna be 30 after that. So I guess I just I'm old. Okay. I guess I'm just thinking like an old person. I don't have kids at home yet. I don't have a daughter or son yet. So yeah. Maybe that's why I don't do the parental guidance PG thing. Your kids are you joking? Your kids actually watch this show with me? With you? Because I'm not Bob Ross. I mean, you could call me Bob Ross of sewing, but I'm more angry and I yell and I say things you know. I was 29 when I got married. Oh shoot, okay. Huh. Well, maybe I can get married at age 29 too. That would be a quick marriage because I'm not dating anyone right now. I'm not dating a woman right now, so it would just be that would be a little bit too soon to get married to someone right away. I need to. Anyways, congratulations on getting married. I hope I hope you're had a good marriage and you're still married and everything, because like my second mentor, actually both of my mentors did not have the best marriages from my understanding, so they both got divorced. Which is sad, but it happens. I know a lot of people that get divorced. I know very few people that actually like stay married. I'm thinking everyone. Um, why is my phone not working all of a sudden? Stupid phone. Hope everyone likes and subscribes and has a great day. By the way. Oh my god. I need to turn on and off my phone. So I stream with one phone and I listen to music with the other. That's what I do. So yeah, anyways, I need to get back to I do both at the same time. Okay. Because my apps are not working for some reason, which seems to happen periodically. You buy this expensive ass phone and it doesn't like to work. What's the point? Why spend over $1,000 on something? Because it's fucking expensive and it doesn't like to work. That's just bullshit. Okay. Fucking hate cell phones sometimes. Is it because it's not the newest cell phone every year? Is it because I don't upgrade that often? Is that why? $1 trillion. We're talking about $1 trillion companies here. Okay, hold on. Wait. YouTube is not working. What? YouTube is literally just not loading right now, which is ironic because I'm on YouTube right now. Okay, wait, hold on. Stupid technology. Because I want to listen to this song really badly, but are you freaking kidding me? Okay, it won't let me listen to it. As much as I want to listen to it, it won't load. So I don't know what's YouTube. Everything else is working. Is it not updated? Yeah, I don't know. It's just not. I'm not gonna do it right now. Anyways, oh, that's good. Yes, a very good marriage. He still treats me better than anyone I've ever dated. Hey, that's amazing, Justine. I'm happy to hear that. That's a good thing that you have that. Like that's so everyone strives for in a relationship. Like everyone, I'm happy that the live stream's working. Whatever. Anyways, you know, that's it's good to have a relationship like that. Because a lot of people don't end up like that. Because I know someone that was married for over 25 years and or 26 years and they still cheated on him. So I mean, they still his wife still cheated on him after all that time. So it's good that that it does exist out there. You know, it is a very tragic story what my chosen dad told me about his first wife. But yeah, I'm not gonna repeat it here. It's in his book though. He's getting a Hollywood movie made after him, which is crazy. And by the way, James, if your children, not my children, if your children go and like make fun of the fashion industry and start calling Levi's a colonizer of Japan and stuff like that, don't blame. I don't want to be the one blamed for it. Okay, I don't want the teachers to go back and watch my videos and say, censor him. I don't want any of that. I want to live in peace. I don't, it's not my fault. Uh, it's tragic that people don't treat their partners how they want to be treated in a relationship. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get it's in the book though. He did something very tragic to himself because of the cheating. Like, I'm not gonna repeat it, but like, I mean, you can go read the book if you want. But like, yeah, it wasn't a good thing, and I don't want to bring that up here because this is meant to be a good place, but you know, it was not a healthy choice what he did when he learned that it was happening. It was, people just, it just ruins lives. It's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I wouldn't want that on anybody. They're going to be strongly. I'm sure your children, yes, I'm sure your children are going to be super strongly opinionated. I'm sure you're teaching your kids to be super strongly opinionated. That's a good thing, I have nothing against that. It's just that the way that I say it with my curse words, and, and my adult way of explaining it, I don't think, I don't know if a kid should hear that. Is YouTube working at my phone? Because I want to listen to that song so badly. This works. Hope everyone likes and subscribes and has a great day. Thank you so much. YouTube is just dead. I don't. Okay, wait, let me go here. Oh wait, no. Okay, let me go here instead then. Okay. I found it. Someone legally uploaded it, but whatever. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, that'll work too, I guess, because YouTube's stupid. Oh, it sounds like you're raising some strong kids. They survived me. You're mild. Well, okay. That's good. I'm happy that I'm just mild in comparison. Yeah, it does sound like you're raising kids with character. I mean, you made the joke about making them cry, so I'm sure that you're not the easiest parent in existence. That's okay. It happens. Shoot. Oh boy. Well, we need strong kids, I guess, or strong people, so that's good. What am I doing? Nope, you don't want to. That'll work. I mean, I grew up pretty much homeless, so you know, like I had a hard life, and now I'm just doing whatever I want with my poverty, and I don't care. So you know, no, you don't even want to work. Doesn't want to string. This is the problem with industrial machines. Sometimes I don't like to work. Hello, Kennedy. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you like and subscribe. Everyone, I got 44,000 views on YouTube recently. Usually I don't get that many views. Usually I get like 15,000 views a month. So I like my views just skyrocketed. I don't know what the hell happened. Are you kidding me? Technology, you don't want to work. Okay, I'm gonna. This is old ass technology too. It's supposed to be, you know, the stuff that works forever, and like people know it works, and it don't want to work. Technology don't want to work with me today. Oh, okay. YouTube don't want to load. YouTube doesn't want to work. This doesn't want to work. Nothing wants to work. What are you, sir? I am sewing. Well, I am sewing. Oh, doing well. Thank you, sir. Okay, well, let me start from the beginning. Doing well. Thanks for asking. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Thanks for sharing that. I got like 1K on my shorts. That was crazy for me. Hey, congratulations, James. That's amazing. That you go get more views. Just keep on slowly building. What are you sewing? I'm sewing pants today. That's what I'm sewing. I'm making pants with my blazer that I made months ago. I don't know if anyone can read the title of my live stream. Most of the time, I already title them, so I know when I download them, I know what they are. It's just for the video file at this point, after it's done rendering. That's the whole point of it this time now. Thank you so much. Yes, everyone here deserves to get views on their videos, of course. It's all amazing. Congratulations, James. May they be. Yes, exactly. I do agree with that. Congratulations. I used to get so many views and so many likes when I did more mainstream stuff. But recently, I've just been happy doing my own independent, non-mainstream stuff. And at the beginning, I was getting like no attention for it, but eventually now, because I stuck with it, I've just been getting more and more attention very slowly. So I'd much rather have 500 views on a video on a garment that I actually enjoyed making than a million views on a garment that I hated making. You know, because like I feel like those 500 views are like massive because no one else has seen the garment before. You know. It makes me feel happy. And I got the fronts cut out. You're welcome, James. Be proud of yourself. You're a hard worker. Depends if you find Depends if they find you on the homepage. Well, in the beginning, you know, you're gonna be on no one's. You're gonna be just about no one's homepage because like, who knows you, right? But eventually, you get enough views, and a bunch of people see your stuff, that eventually you'll start getting on people's homepages all the time because enough people saw your stuff, and it finally just starts getting recommended to people. So you know, you just have to constantly work at it and work at it and work at it and work at it and never quit. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of damn work. Taking lessons for fashion. You're taking lessons for fashion design. Hey, congratulations. Are you going to college, or are you going to like where are you taking them? I did that for 2.5 years at a local, just at a local place. It's called So Design Studio. It's in my, it's in a suburb of the city that I live in. It's owned by an older black woman named Veronica Brackett. She was teaching at another place for years, and then she decided to say fuck it and then open up her own sewing school. Well, that's where I learned. I was there after the first 6 weeks of classes, so I was there like pretty much when it's just like first open. Nice, Kennedy. Yes, that is great. I was talking about your title and why people can't see it. Oh, yes. Wow, 2 years. Well, I don't know. It's like in the shorts feed or something, so I think they see it. I just don't think people care about reading. I think that's what it comes to. This is what they're asking me. Maybe that's the whole point of a live stream, so you can talk to me. But like sometimes I answer the question so many times, and it's all like, just look at the damn title, because I don't want to answer it all the time. So that's like because it just like I don't know, because I already know what I'm making, and like just read the title. Yes. Well, congratulations. Yeah. Well, yeah. So like we just did garment construction, and then I did pattern making. So like I'm like trained in garment construction, um, which is why I can do things in 6 hours, like pants in 6 hours. Because I've learned all the techniques to make stuff. 2.5 years to be exact. It really is, Kennedy. I am very passionate about sewing, and garment construction, so I really love it. I don't know what they're teaching you at your school, but which university are you going to? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I made a lot of garments. How many blazers is it taking to make those pants? I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6. I think. I don't know. I usually count because there's pants in here too, so it's like whole dress suits. Oh, I want to go this way. Okay. I don't know. I don't count, but it was $20 worth of garbage. So I think that at my place that was like 5 or 6 of them. So or $23 worth of garments. Oh, thanks. Not Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, so you're also going to like a sewing school, like I did. You're taking sewing classes. I think that's the best route to go, because it's a lot cheaper just to take sewing classes from some like a local fashion designer, because they're like 10 times cheaper than a university. Actually, it's like it's like $4,000 to $5,000 at university, and it's like 270. Well, it was like for me it was 225 for the beginner class. Then it was 275 after that, after every class. So I saved a lot of money just going to just by learning it from a master. Actually, I met someone in the fashion industry, and they were just like surprised that I started this 3 years ago, and they actually met my mentor, and they were just so surprised to like see me just do all of this in 3 years from like learning how to cut and sew from my mentor. One of my mentors, I should say. Well, my second mentor taught me pattern making. So. Yes, that's correct. Oh, that's good. Okay, I understand now. Sorry, my brain didn't understand because it's a text message. This is an actual talking. I'm the only one talking here. As live streams go. Knowing how to use the sewing machine. They charge $185 for 5 classes. Hey, that's not bad. So yeah, so they taught, for me, this is the first class they taught. It was how to make these pants. So it was how to read a pattern, how to make a pattern, how to buy fabric, how to go to the fabric store and find fabric, and that's what they taught me. And then after that, I did this, which is terrible. But then I did this, then I did this in class. So, and then I do all this at home. So, I live streamed all of these. You can ask James. He's here for all of it. Thank you. I'm a hard worker. I'm not talented. This is all hard work, man. Trust me. I wish I was talented, then I wouldn't have to work as hard. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't know your gender. I apologize, but I don't know. But thank you, Kennedy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have like 7 garments, so I'm gonna have more than enough to make these pants. I'm gonna have extra left, but they were so cheap. I bought them all, so I didn't care. And I had the money, so I just said fuck it. Wait. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's on TikTok here. I think everyone's a little bit too old to be on TikTok here for the most part. But TikTok kids are the worst. They say the meanest shit ever on the planet. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so mean. Just because they're all like, sell your sewing machine, do this, do that, and I'm just all like, I can't stand this. Like, get a life. Do something with your life and stop just being hateful. Like, it almost gave me a mannerism. It was just terrible what they say to people. And a lot of them were sad that their girlfriend left them. And I was like, yeah, no shit. Look at how you treat strangers online. Of course your girlfriend's going to leave you, motherfucker. Shit. They were like, Drake, I'm chasing her and I'm texting her 1,000 times. 100 times. Why doesn't she love me? And that's before, this was like old Drake, not like new Drake. New Drake is different from old Drake. But yeah, he always was a weirdo, but But yeah, that was all like, oh my god, you're pathetic. Like, can you get a life? Can you do something and not worry about your girlfriend all day or what was? And my pants are my pants. I don't give a damn if you like them or not. You're not my damn customer. Leave me alone. You can't even afford $300. Why the hell do you care? Or they're like name brands like Louis Vuitton. Stupid kids. They don't know shit. Oh, and I insulted them. Insulted. I didn't even insult. I roasted them. But they call it an insult. Because they were being mean to me. And apparently, if you clap back at them being mean, they clap back harder. They're like, you're not allowed to insult me. Like, holy shit, bro. You started it first. You don't do that to someone, not expect, to get any form of clackback from someone, you Karen. I'm glad your girlfriend left you. You deserve it. Shit. But don't get bitter at me. Make yourself feel better. Weirdos. They're just weird. They're just strange people. If they see this, they're gonna like attack me again. Oh, whatever. I blocked them. They can't comment on my post no more. So happy about that. But where I am in the Midwest. Male, where are you currently? People can be negative about everything. Yeah, they really can be. The best thing is to ignore negative comments. Well, yeah, but like people always say ignore negative comments, but imagine you get 60 of them in a second. Like people don't know what you don't. They never teach you how to handle 60 negative comments in a second. You know, that's cyberbullying at that point. That's harassment, cyberbullying, and they don't teach you how to handle harassment, cyberbullying. They just say ignore the. Yeah, if I get one, I'll totally ignore it all day. One is okay, but imagine 60. Imagine a whole hate mob. It's not fun to have a whole hate mob after you, man. I don't know if you know what it's like to have a whole hate mob against you. It sounds funny, but it's not actually fun. Just because it sounds funny on paper doesn't mean it's funny in real life, you know? Like people kill themselves over that shit. You know what I mean? So oh, you have another person in Florida. Okay, you're not the only one in Florida. 2 watchers from Florida. I have people watch all over the world, which is crazy to think about. Oh, fuck. Like I'm just not the Midwest where I live. I'm everywhere. Like people. Hope everyone likes and subscribes. By the way. Anyways, yeah, I am. Is it journeying on you? Yeah, it is journeying on me. I'm in Ohio. Okay, see, everyone's from all over the place. Of course, it's journeying on you. I'm on any. It doesn't matter who you are. It's journeying on you. Imagine having a whole bunch of people saying "sell your sewing machine." Not just one. No. A whole barrage of people. Do you think that? Now, maybe if it was just one, whatever. But I'm talking about like 60 people saying the same thing over and over, and listen to the hate. Listen to the hate. Like, of course, it'd be draining on anyone. These people. I'm human. I'm not Superman. I can't I can't fly to their house and beat the shit out of them for being a bitch. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And I get it. They're miserable. They're sad. I feel so bad for them. But when it's just a hate, you don't know what it's like to have a whole hate mob after you. They never, ever, ever show you what it's like to have a hate mob against you, ever. They never, this is what you do when you have a hate mob against you. Like, how do you ignore 60 people attacking you at the same time? You can't. Like, if I was out in the street and you got mobbed by 60 people, you can't defend yourself. You physically cannot defend yourself. One person cannot do that. Unless if you're like a superhero or something. But your chances of being a superhero is slim to none because that doesn't exist. So I already know what superheroes are because my brother loves them, so I watch them all the time with him. I didn't know who Batman or Superman was until my brother started telling me who Batman and Superman was. I had no clue. You can't like spray like anti-bully repellent either. Like, it doesn't exist. Maybe you can call it like, I don't know. You can hire a bodyguard. What I'm trying to say is that like, if you're getting mauled by anyone, it's hard to deal with that as one person. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, I had to literally turn off comment, or I had to filter out all the comments, and I had to delete them all. And I had, like, it's just not a fun experience. You don't want to be on the other side of it. I don't care who you are. All from making a garment. I didn't even say anything. I just made a garment and posted it, and they all just were just Karens. Like, holy shit. It's easier said than done just to say ignore it. Because then I also have friends too that go on my TikTok and read the comments. And I don't want them to read all that negativity and hate. I think that's bad for them. Yeah, because those are the people that have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I know they have nothing to do with their lives. The trolls roam in the freaking packs. They really do, because they are unhappy souls. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm happy that they're. No, I mean, I see why their girlfriend left them. I mean, I don't think a woman would want to deal with someone that's foaming at the mouth, hating on someone's pants on the internet because they made something. I don't think an actual woman would want that. So, I think that's why, why they're single and miserable. I mean, of course, I eventually forget about it, but like, it makes your day, and like the moment in your day when you read all that stuff, just so unfun. You know, like I don't wish that on my worst enemy. It's nice you can protect yourself. It's nice you are doing what you can do to protect your friends. Yeah, exactly. Like, I wouldn't want you, Justine, to read a slew of hate comments. I'm sure that would make your day feel terrible, no matter what it is, unless it was like warranted, like if it's like, a terrible person. But like, this is even like that. This is not like, you know, this is just a garment. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Exactly. It's good you give nice compliments instead of being nasty to you. It's good to. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to give me. And you can critique my work, but like, just be there's like a difference between like actual like critiquing and being like, hey, I don't like this, but I like this, or like whatever. But then there's a difference between like, it's just like, like, you don't have to blindly love my work, but if you just like say like, this is ass and this is shit and this is fuck, like whatever, like that's not even critiquing. That's just being an asshole. That's being an asshole. Which I don't know why. I could like these kids. First of all, they can't even type English right, and they are obvious. Lots of them are white, so I don't know how do they spell words. But yeah, lots of them can barely even type English, which is weird. I don't, you know, they're just, I don't know, they're idiots or something. Well, I know they're idiots and they're miserable, but like, I don't know. And I don't like. I'm okay with like. I'm not saying blindly love someone's work. I'm just saying like, don't treat them like shit for trying something different. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, great. But why are they in the in your platform if they don't like what if you don't like what you're doing? Yeah, I don't. You know, TikTok just recommends random people. You know, like just like YouTube. So like one person just commented, and then like I, it, they said I insulted them, actually roasted them, but I can't spell. Autocorrect is a wonderful thing. Yeah, but at least you try. You know, I'm saying these kids. If you read their sentences, they leave out like at least you know do full coherent sentences. I don't care if you can spell, can't spell or not. I suck at spelling too. Like I had to ask my brother what half his words mean because he's a fucking English like wizard, okay? Because I don't understand half the words that he used. But like I'm just saying, can you at least type full sentences and full words? They type in some like weird shorthand that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I don't get it. These kids are weird. I don't understand Gen Z kids. Okay, I'm a boomer. Okay, I'm not an actual boomer, but that's what they call me because I'm a millennial. So they call me a boomer, and I feel like one because I don't understand half these shit these kids are doing. Okay, yes, I feel like just an old man. I don't get it. Like, what's wrong with typing a sentence that makes sense? I have to go to Urban Dictionary for half of their sentences just to understand it. I have to Google that shit. Like, what does this mean? I have to decode this and decode that. Like, I shouldn't be decoding words in order to understand what you're trying to tell me half the time. These kids are dumb. I hate them. Not all Gen Z kids are bad. If you're a Gen Z, I know some Gen Z kids that watch this. You're great, thank you. But like, holy shit. Yeah, it's like a Karen loves to be in your business, and it doesn't matter your age. You could be a Karen at any age. Okay, you could be in someone's business at any age. Just you can sit. This generation is totally different from ours. Wait, Kennedy, are you a millennial too? Oh shoot. Are you born before 1996? That's like me. I was born in 1996 and before. Where am I? Anyways, this is like therapy for me. I'm like, you could take everything I say with a grain of salt. Obviously, like I'm saying it in a jokingly manner, but like these are serious problems we have to deal with, in society. So like, I honestly just feel bad for these people at the end of the day. But like, also, I'm gonna make fun of them because I think they deserve to be made fun of because they're just not even being nice. All you have to do is be nice. I don't know why being nice is so hard. I see all these posts on the internet all the time saying, "Oh, be kind, be kind, be kind." But you talk to these people, half of them are not even kind. Don't make it make sense, damn it. Make it make sense, please. But no, they don't want to. I thought Gen Z was supposed to be like the kind, caring, you know, generation that's empathetic and nice and hates global and believes in global warming and climate change or whatever you want to call it. I don't feel that way about Gen Z sometimes. I think they're full of stupid people, just like any other generation. So I don't understand why Gen Z gets this pass of being the best generation ever when they're the biggest jerks I ever met. That made no sense. Okay. No, I don't think that's not going to be wide enough. This would be though. Okay. That'll work. I'm going to cut that off. Okay, I'm going to read the comments, everyone. Okay. This generation, it is really different from ours. Yeah, I was born in 1996. I was born in the last year of the millennials. So yeah, you are a millennial, definitely. Okay. I totally get what you're saying. Well, thank you. 80s. I was born before 1980. Okay. So you're like a Gen X or something. Or language has changed so much. It really has. I was born in 1986. How long have you been sewing since you completed your bachelor's? I don't have a bachelor's degree, man. I just took sewing. I just took local sewing classes. What is this? What is this? What is it about the sound of ripping fabric that is so calming? I have no idea. I'm just must be calming. It depends on how you were brought up. I can see you know how to use all your fabrics not to go to waste. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I tried not to. I mean, you could tell that eventually I take all these fabrics and just use them in a project, but it just takes like 7 hours to sew it all together. So, or 7 to 8 hours to sew it all together. So like sometimes I don't want to spend 8 hours on a project of just constant sewing because sometimes it's just a headache sometimes. I didn't get a bachelor's degree. I went to Sew Design Studio. I'll show you where I went. Actually, it's on Instagram. Oh, I mean the business page is on Instagram. Let's see. Hope everyone likes and subscribes. By the way, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying whatever conversation we're having. Oh, I didn't see the message. I'm sorry, but here you go. This is where I went. I went to So Design Studio. Yep, Gen Z. Yeah, Gen Z is weird. I have no idea what that was. But yeah, I'm weird too. But like, this is where I learned how to cut and sew. Okay, yeah, you're Gen X. Okay. So I just took normal sewing classes here. That's all that I did. Let's see, where's the photos of me? I'm somewhere. Oh, here's pants that I made. This took like 30 hours to make these pants. And then I have another pair of pants somewhere. Oh, this is my second mentor. This is Linda, the one that taught. Actually, I made this pants pattern with her in class. Let's see. I made these pants in class. So like I know how to cut and sew, everyone. Like I know how, like it may not seem like I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. I also made this jacket that I'm wearing and this hoodie. But then I used to make this is my old style hoodie I used to make. Old silhouette and whatnot. I also made this hoodie that I'm wearing in this photo. Oh, I also made these pants, which is right there on the rack. I did. I mean, yeah, 2.5 years of constant learning from my mentors. So like six. So I did 2.5 years of sewing, and then I was doing sewing and pattern making in between for 6 months. So that's how I did it. So I pretty much did like 3 years of work in like 2.5 years, because I did it like every damn day, for like 3 years straight. Because after I was done graduating, I still went and did it, and did it, and did it. He did a lot. Yes, thank you. He does wonderful work. I like his use of colors in his work. Well, thank you so much, Justine. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Thank you. It means a lot to me, Kennedy. Thank you. Hope you like. Hope everyone here likes and subscribes. But yeah, I put in the years. So like, and I learned the technique. So like, people just assume that I just picked up a sewing machine and just started sewing without learning anything. And I'm like, no, I took classes. I have mentors. I have receipts. I have people that can vouch for me. I did a shit ton of work. I wish I just did it. I wish I was some prodigy that didn't need to take all those classes, so I just know how to do it all right away. But nope, that wasn't the case for me. I had to spend so much time learning every little thing about cutting and sewing. And I'm not even the best at it yet. I'm still learning all the time. But also, like, because I have a base that I build everything off of. So, that's important. I always recommend for everyone to build a base of how to properly do something. And just not imagine doing it. Actually putting in the hours and the work. Okay, this will work. Yeah, that'll work. Same here. Is it a lot of work? Of course it is. Those pants I showed you took 50 hours. The yellow pants with the blue patches on them, 50 hours. That 50 hours isn't a lot of work to you. I don't know what to tell you. Those this hanbok I made right here. This is based off my hoodies and on my blazers. This one took me 60 hours because I had to make the pattern bigger. I didn't know how to make the pattern bigger, so I had to pattern grade, and I didn't know how to make the garment, so I had to pattern grade this. So this took me 30 hours, and it took me 30 hours to cut and sew it all together. So I don't know what you consider a lot of work, but if you don't consider 60 hours a lot of work, then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Same here. Is it a lot of work? I do like your platform, very informative. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. I'm not talented. I'm just a fucking hard worker. That's very true. We learn every day. Yeah, 50 hours. And that's good that you learn every day. You need to do that. I have no bachelor's degree in this, by the way. So, like, the industry hates me or the industry doesn't believe in me because I don't have a college degree. But that's okay. They don't want one. And I didn't have connections anyway. So, yeah, I know people that go to so I live in Chicago, and there's Columbia University, and there's School of Art Institute here, and obviously if you went to Columbia University, a private university, they're like, oh, I just found connections right away, and I got a job right away without getting a degree. It's like, no fucking shit. You went to a private college that's worth like $90,000 a year to go there, motherfucker. Of course you instantly got a job. Of course you instantly found connections. You didn't go to no state school when no one's there. No one at a state school, you don't got the connections like you go when you go to a private college. You motherfucker, shut the fuck up. I fucking hate you. You're so out of touch with reality. I hate those people that are so privileged that they go to private colleges. They're like, well, I got a job. I didn't get a degree. I'm like, yeah, you went to a private college where you could instantly find that shit. You have more trust because you have rich parents that paid for that shit. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Get slapped. Learn the realities of this world. Stop being an asshole. I hate those people. But yeah, it did take me 50 hours to make those yellow pants. Yeah. Also, those dress pants, pants have obviously I turned down the amount of steps it takes to make clothing because I designed it all myself, or designed it with my mentor. So I clearly made sure that it was made in a way that would be easier to cut and sew it together. But I also learned the technique. So when I do it, I know what I'm doing. If you don't know the technique yet, I would recommend just learning the basics. Like James wants to instantly go to making dress pants, which I would not recommend him on his skill level, but I'm not going to stop him either. I hate rich people. I think I've made that clear though. So nowadays it's about who you know. Yeah, exactly. And you're gonna. I hope everyone likes and subscribes. By the way, thank you so much for stopping by. Anyways, yeah, I mean, you're gonna know way more people at a private college. I don't care what private college you go to. I don't care how big or small it is. You're gonna know way. I know someone that that worked for Nike, as it had meetings with Nike and claimed that he didn't get that he was like, oh, I know everyone at Nike, but my girlfriend didn't get a job because of me. Like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. You lying. You just don't want to tell the truth. You know your girlfriend got a job because of you. Like, you're in board meetings with Nike, making shoes with them, and she works for Jumpman because of you. You just don't want to tell the truth. I don't know why he insulted me and hated me so much. I don't know what I did to him. Just a jerk. Yeah, yes. Like 1 second you say your girlfriend works for Nike, but the next second you say it wasn't because of you, even though you're in the board meeting with Nike talking to everyone over there. This doesn't add up to me personally. I mean, whatever. What do I know? They just called me an autistic person and hated me. And then insulted me and laughed at me. So, that was just my experience in the fashion industry. I hate it. So I started doing live streams and making fun of all these people. If they ever see this, hello, you probably know who I'm talking about, who you are. You can go ahead and sue me. I don't give a shit. You do whatever you want. Anyways, I hope everyone likes and subscribes and has a great day. I don't know what they're going to sue me for, by the way. I have no money. So, yeah, they would sue me for silence. That's petty. But, that person was judgmental. Yeah, of course, they're all judgmental. It's the fashion industry. It's full of snobs. Rich snobs. That's one thing you have to get used to in this industry. I hate them. Like, not all of them. Some of them are really kind. There's just one. This blazer was made because one of them she works in the fashion industry. The person that gave me this fabric to make this blazer, and I made it. But she likes it. She likes my designs. That's why she gave it to me. She really likes the lace pockets. Whatever. A lot of people like the lace pockets. She's very, very, very nice, kind lady. But yeah. So I made this blazer because she gave me the fabric, and I wanted to I wanted to be nice to her, and she was a nice woman. So not everyone in the fashion industry is rich snob. Me, for the most part, they tend to be. They either are or they pretend to be something that they're not. But yeah, at one place, I was making fun of mood boards and how I think it's stupid how colleges charge $5,000 a class just to teach you how to do a mood board, how to put pictures on a board. That is not a $5,000 skill. I don't need to take a class that costs $5,000 to teach me how to put photos onto a board. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That is a scam. That is a waste of money. Okay? And there's one guy, he was just laughing his ass off at me, saying how useful a mood board is and how it's an actual skill. He was just he was insulting me the whole time when I was just all saying mood boards are dumb. I just don't think it's worth $5,000 to learn how to pin photos onto a fucking board and say, "Oh, look it, it's the mood board. This is the collection that we're making. This is fuck off, motherfucker. That's not worth $5,000. Anybody could do that. Anybody can make a fucking collage and call it a mood board. You don't need to learn from someone that you don't need to learn that skill. You can teach your own damn self. Very soon I will be. Oh, well, thank you, Kennedy. I do appreciate that. And they are making stuff that would have been made fun of if I wore it to school. Yeah, exactly. This is true. Who cares, though? Whatever. At least they don't make fun. Just wear whatever you want. Who cares what other people say or think? Own what you wear. I'm a big believer of that. I don't care what it is. Even if it's some billion-dollar company, just own it. But attitude. Pretty much, you got that right, Justine. Well, thank you, Kennedy. I hope I'll be in Paris soon. I would love to be in Paris one day. That would be so much fun. I would literally hire my team and get them to be in the showroom and doing the fashion show where I'm just exploring Paris, doing whatever the fuck I want. I would not actually be in the showroom. I would not want to be with those assholes drinking wine and talking about how they have a new mansion this year. I'd be miserable. I can't even afford groceries, man. Okay. I got wine the other day. I got the cheapest wine possible because that's all I can afford. I am a functioning alcoholic when I can be, so I'll just openly admit that. I get so bored drinking alcohol though that I just like eventually just stop drinking it. So I don't know. And then I go back to drinking it again one day. I don't know. You just get bored doing the same thing, like drugs, in my opinion. It's like, it's just fun, like a couple times, and you just get so bored, you do it again, in my opinion. Which is weird because I'm an addictive personality, but like I just don't feel the third. I actually get more high just making these garments and talking to everyone. That's more fun for me. Okay. Keep chasing your dreams. Don't focus too much on those people who are putting it. Yeah, thank you, Kennedy. I do appreciate that. No, I don't focus on those people. It's just that I'm just trying to help all of you because all of you, all of you like to make clothing, and if and like I give this advice to James. I give this advice to Justine. I give this advice to you, Kennedy. I give this advice to anybody that's watching. And if you want to do anything that's artistic or anything that's different from like what other people are doing, expect the hate mob. And I just want to give you advice on like how to deal with it, because like no one really gives advice on how to deal with a gigantic hate mob of the comments. No one like teaches you. They just say ignore the comments. One negative comment's not going to ruin my day, but 60 will. So I hope everyone likes this, guys. Anyways, so I'm just here to like help you with the advice of like, okay, so how do you deal with this like if you started posting Kennedy, of all like your projects and stuff like that, and you like want to be seen and noticed by people, like I don't know what you want to do, but I'm just giving you an example. Like I'm here to give you the advice of like, well, this is what you do if in this situation, and that's it. Like you don't have to listen to anything that I say, obviously. I'm not going to make you do whatever you want, but also I'm just here to like if you post on TikTok and you get this barrage of hate comments, well, I'm here to tell you just delete them and ignore them. That's it. Everyone is unique in their own way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it doesn't feel that way sometimes. I mean, people don't like to admit that sometimes, I should say. But I'm just here to like help all of you guys give a perspective on what I would recommend on doing. That's it. Like obviously, you can take it with a grain of salt. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. That's a nice finish. Thank you. Yeah, I have to finish this way because I don't want to surge everything all the time, and like instead of just like surging it, this won't fare away. This is going nowhere. This one, So it's just my alternative version of lazy, or you can call it lazy if you want. Uh, I think it's more interesting version of surging because like this ain't going nowhere. So, but obviously I do surge it eventually. But that's just one way of doing my seam finishing. Yes, I invented that way because I got so tired of seeing everyone else do it perfectly. I don't like perfect things. I'm tired of seeing perfect things. I see them everywhere. Like I don't care about your approval. I don't care what you like or what you don't like. I see people that make these pants and they just look like they spent like 80 hours on them, and they get like 3 comments. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. And I'm like, motherfucker, do something cool. Stop doing this lame. Stop searching for people's approval. At least it's my opinion. I don't do that. I love that. I love every second of that. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna cut it out now because I just remembered. Okay, what about scissors? Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna get the other back cut out. Oh yeah, I better finish this. I don't want this to fray away. Oh, this is like a full-time business for me, so I do sell them. How often do I sell them? Not very often, but you know, I still try. You know, I hope everyone likes and subscribes. I'll show you my. I don't know if you know what Depop is. I know it's for younger people, but I do sell on Depop. Here's my account. So I changed my pricing recently because this is me, Lee Jacobs on Depop. The pants are $300. The blazers, the unlined blazers are $500, and the hoodies, the line blazers are $975 and $975, and then the t-shirts are $125, and the hoodies are $250. I changed my prices because I added pants to the mix because it didn't feel right that blazers were only $300 and pants were $300 and hoodies were $250. That didn't feel right to me. So I changed my pricing to make it more fair to my amount of work I put into things. Hope everyone likes and subscribes, by the way. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I mean, those are darts. It's a decent dart. Whatever. I'm not here to judge darts that are not mine. Shoot. Yeah, that'll work. That makes sense. How much did you pay to open? Oh, it's on Depop. Depop's free. That's why I love Depop. I don't have to pay any money. So Depop, you can just make an account. It's on your cell phone, and they don't. And because they're going AI first, they don't charge. They don't take 10% from a sale. They actually take no percentage from a sale. And BlackRock bought them or whatever. Some like a whole bunch of billionaire investing firms bought them, and the original owner is now is worth like $1.2 billion now or whatever. Like, yeah. I hope everyone likes and subscribes. Thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like Etsy, but for Etsy needed the investors of Etsy needed the young market, just so they didn't know how to get it. But then they saw Depop was for sale, or they made an offer that the owner of Depop could not refuse for $1.2 billion, and he sold it off to them, and which is weird because like because if you look at Mr. Beast, I'm just giving Mr. Beast an example because I'm just thinking about online communities and their worth. He was about worth $1.2 billion, and he has like 4 times the amount of subscribers or followers that than Depop has. Because Depop only has 35 million, and Mr. Beast has like over 100 million or 300, 400 million or whatever. So like what I'm trying to say is that like I barely know who Mr. Beast is. Like I watch his videos on occasion, whatever. But it doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to say is that they only valued it at $1.2 billion, which doesn't make any sense if there's 4 times, the amount of people on that watch Mr. Beast videos. So they're only valuing social media companies and social media presences at the 1 billion mark, or maybe a little bit extra, which is kind of crazy to think about because like I have a hard time believing that some of these social media places are only worth that much money. Because look at Facebook, it's worth way more than that. So they only want to spend so much. They're nickel and diming social media companies, or social media outlets and communities by only making them worth so much money, which is just a crazy thought to me because some of these feel worth are like like $500 billion or something in my opinion. But I'm not BlackRock. I don't own it. I don't know how they work. Obviously, they want to lowball these people. They don't want to highball them. So I would say Depop is worth more. But that's just my opinion. Because the second they bought Depop, they started to own all the crap the people started selling too. So they just didn't own the platform that people were selling on. No, they owned the stuff that people were selling. Because they had a way to make money off of that. And now they're making it all AI and all just like trends and like trend-based AI and the algorithm. So now they're making it like Google of fashion, which is crazy. So like I don't know if that's a good idea, if that's gonna fail. But you go on Depop's website now, and like it's just in the search bar, it's just what people are searching. People are searching all the time, like green polo, jorts, stuff like that. So that's what they buy, and that's what they turned it into. What do you think about AI? I mean, obviously it's the future, but like, uh, we can't deny that. But what I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, they're pushing it hard. They're getting ready for that AI takeover, and they're making that algorithm for it. So that's just that's what happened to Depop. They wanted to own all the stuff, but instead of owning all the crap that we own in the United States, they just bought the platforms and where we sell it on. That's it. So they always own you. And at the end of the day, I could always leave at any moment because I sell my own. I make and sell my own crap, so I can just go cash only for the rest of my life, right? If I wanted to. But I think that's kind of dumb. So what I'm trying to say is that because I make my own things, nobody can own that unless they bought it from me. And that's it. That's why I like making my own shit. That'll work. I love the idea of owning my own shit too. So maybe that's just like a personal thing. Maybe because I just grew up with nothing, I like to own something. You know, maybe it makes me feel good. I don't know. So like, you know, I know people that do vintage selling and they sell on Depop. There's plenty of them. James does it too. That's the closest one here that does it. That, you know, that's here in the chat or watching. But what I'm trying to say is that like they now own you in whatever you sell now, and they're making it in their algorithm, and they just want to sell, 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 sell. Evil, evil corporate stuff. Okay. You know, I'm gonna do it like this because this will work better. I'm just gonna cut that off because it's gonna be easier. Ah, okay, I prefer it that way. This fabric doesn't go to waste. I'll use it for something. I don't know yet, everyone. Don't get mad at me. I can't think of what to do on constantly all the time with all the stuff that I buy. But eventually, all this fabric gets used somewhere. So yeah, I'm only one. I'm a one-man operation, so I can't do everything myself. Well, that'll be good. Hope everyone likes and subscribe. I hope your day is going well. I will read the chat soon, everyone. I'm just, you know, the chat's just an extension to this. I used to do this all alone without the chat. I did that for years. I was in this exact room for years, just doing it alone without the chat. So like, I'm kind of used to not having you around. But I do appreciate the conversations we have. It means a lot to me. It makes me feel less alone. And I hope, you know, a lot of you guys like work on projects while I'm working on it, and that's cool. I love that. Obviously, I'm not Bob Ross. I'm not solving a project with you or telling you how to do it. I would never want to do that because that's not me. But you know, I do appreciate when all of you work on your own projects when you're here because you know it's nice when you guys do that. Also, I can't be Bob Ross because I like to yell and like make fun of things and stuff like that. So you know, Bob Ross does not approve of me yelling. This will work. I'm just gonna make sure that it's all nice. It doesn't fall apart after I stitch it all together. Okay. Hello, person. How are you? I don't know if you're real or if you're a bot. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Have open Depop. That's good. You should open Depop. Hello. Hello. I don't know if you're a real person or not. I hope you're doing well. I hope you'd like and subscribe. But yeah, this is what I do. I make garments literally all day. Like, well, not all day, but like, I try to make. My goal is 3 a week. I'm happy with just 1 a week because it's summertime. But I tend to try to make 2 a week now. It's not because I make a whole bunch of videos in between and do a lot of social media marketing and stuff like that. So like I can't like do it all myself. So I like to take breaks in between. People are like, "Man, put your face to the grindstone and work yourself to death." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. I do what I want. If you want to put your face to the grindstone and work yourself to death on something that no one's gonna buy anyways, go right ahead." You know what I mean? Like I just enjoy doing this, and I don't care if people buy it or not. I haven't had sales in months since I had that pop up. That was that. I don't sell $5 stickers. Okay, like I can't. That's not me. You're such a great person. I didn't even know me, man. Hope everyone likes and subscribes. But thanks. I appreciate that compliment. I don't know if I'm a great person or not. I say mean shit all the time about people, so I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that like I just don't get why people try to tell me what I can and cannot do in the way I want to. I feel like you should do everything your own way. Maybe that is greatness. I don't know, but also like I just have I have a hard time just like believing working 24/7 is gonna instantly get you somewhere that you're not. I really think you really need to take breaks. I really think you need to actually like rest. I really think you actually need to like hibernate from work sometimes because you get burnt out. Like doing creative work all the time burns you out. I took like a 15-day break. I'm sure James can tell you about it. But it happens. Obviously, when I say these things, I think you can tell that I'm joking and I'm not being serious too. Like I try to say it in a funny, jokingly manner. But like I think putting your face to the grindstone all the time is stupid. This is a waste of time. OMG, I've had a sewing machine for years and was thinking about pulling it out and finally learning. I got intimidated, and now that you pop out of nowhere, this is a sign. Hey, congratulations! I can't say your name. Um, Aja, is it? Is that how I say it? I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm happy for you. I hope that you learn how to sew. I would recommend classes. Take classes. Go find classes anywhere. Learn from a fashion designer that's like 65 years old. They're gonna teach you way better than I ever could. Okay? They actually know what the fuck they're doing. They've been doing it forever. Go find classes somewhere. You're gonna love it. I had a great experience with classes. I'm sure you would too. I hope you have a better experience than I do. Hope everyone here has a better experience with classes than I ever did. Okay? Because it's such a fun time for me. It was the best experience of my life. So I want to spread that to I want everyone to know how fun it is to take sewing classes. Oh. Okay, that's fine. I need to replace the bobbin. Dude. I mean, I only recommend taking classes because, like, a lot of those people that know sewing are dying and they're like old. So, like, at least you can like have the skill passed down to you. You know what I mean? And I think that's a great thing for someone. So then, like, if you ever want to teach, because when I retire, I want to become a teacher of sewing. I want to teach adults how to sew. So, like, I want to do that, but only when only when I'm like, I want to be my mentor's age when I do. I want to be 65. I want to be like retirement age when I start. Whatever retirement age is going to be for our generation, but you know what I mean. Like, that's what I want to retire doing, just teaching classes and living off of that. You know, I think that'd be such a great fun time. Personally. But like I don't feel like I'm ready to teach classes yet because like I just don't feel like I'm just not I'm confident to do it for myself and to like do my own like clothing and line and all that. But I'm not confident to teach people how to cut and sew yet. That is something I would recommend for the experts. Because like I'm like too angry and young and too like too angry, like too into my own thing right now to go teach someone because I just would be unhappy. But when I'm gonna be when I get all this anger out and I calm down and I'm too old to be angry all the time, I'm gonna definitely become a teacher. AJ, okay. Well, just call. Okay, thank you, AJ. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I don't know. Sorry, but yeah. Lo, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Have fun with Have fun with sewing. Lee, why can't you buy the folding table in the future? I am poor. I am in poverty. I can't even afford groceries. I need to go buy groceries. I can't and wine. I can't afford a folding table. I need wine and groceries. I just learned how to crochet clothes. Oh, hey, congratulations! That's amazing, AJ. And that would be so cool. I think you're personable in which matters in tutorial. I don't do tutorials. Oh, I mean, oh yeah, right. When I'm older, I'm gonna definitely do tutorials. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Means a lot. But when I'm older, I'm gonna definitely do tutorials and teach people how to do shit. But right now, like I said, I need to get all my anger out. I need to get mad at the fashion industry. I need people to know that I'm angry at the fashion industry. I need to know people to know the truth about the fashion industry. And then, only then, once I get all that anger out, I will definitely start teaching people. But right now, no. And only adults. I don't want to teach kids. That's not me. I don't want to be no. I rather teach people that actually want to be there. That are actually paying their own real money for it. You know, this is a personal choice. I don't want to be, you know, a babysitter for someone's children. That's what I'm trying to say. I would do a 21 plus wine drinking, wine sipping sewing class. That's what I do. Wait, why can't you buy the? I totally get it. I used to work with kids. It's a challenge in a lot of ways. Yeah, I asked my second mentor about because she officially started working with children, with sewing, and I don't know. It just seems like a lot of them just don't want to be there. Like it's like an after school program, so it's not like they actually want to learn. You know what I mean? So I just have a like I want to be with people that want to be there and actually want to learn and actually pay for the class. You know what I mean? Or just not forced to be there because of like they don't because the parents don't want to be with their kids for a little bit and have a break from their kids, which is totally fair. But that ain't me. So they can do whatever the hell they want. I'm gonna do. Yeah, I just want to teach adults. That's all I'm trying to say. I like my show being for adults only. Except I guess James kids watch this. If some people show their kids this show, it's crazy. I don't disagree. I mean, I disagree with that, but I'm not a parent. So I don't know. Okay, I'm to patch this up. Yeah, I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. I just learned how to. I totally get it. I used to work. Yes, a stitch and sip. That's what I would do. You'd have to be an adult. Adults only, stitch and sip. That would be the only classes I take. I have my two favorite things: sewing and drinking alcohol. That'd be fun. I would love to see how the clothes would come out. I'm not sure. Yeah, I tend not to do. Listen, I'm more into that avant-garde Alexander McQueen type shit. So like I don't do straight. I tend not to do straight seams, and I don't sew right, and I don't like. I learned how to sew right. Like you can tell. Like I did this. Like like I know how to do things correctly, but I don't like doing things right. I like doing everything the wrong way because this is me. And I piss off people. Yeah, whatever. But I can't change the fact that I like doing everything the wrong way. Where is she? I have no idea. You need to ask her. I don't. Everyone likes to tell wherever. I don't know why everyone likes to know everyone's location here. Maybe we should keep that private. Oh, you're also okay. You're not the only one in Ohio here. So two people from Florida, two people from Ohio. I have one from the state. I'm not going to say. I have another one from the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest. I already said where I live. You can go find it somewhere. Uh, you know, I'm okay with you as long as you're comfortable with sharing your own location. That's fine. Like I'm not gonna press you to share your location. If you want to, that's totally fine. It's up to you. I'm not. You know what I mean. Like it's at your comfort level. If you're comfortable with it, go right ahead. That's all I'm trying to say. Like this is you're not pressed to share any information you don't want to hear. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. I also have people in Japan that are watching me. Well, one person specifically that I can think of. But I think I have some other viewers from Japan. I had someone from Thailand comment. So I know I have viewers from Thailand, India, Pakistan, actually everywhere in the world. Like, I mean, not here, not in the live streams, but just like my other social media platforms. I have people from all over the world commenting and watching. All over Europe. People in Asia, like East Asia, Southeast Asia, Australia. I have people here all over. You missed there is a person from us from Cleveland commenting the other day at this live stream. Not this live stream, but one of my old live streams. I like make. Wait, hold on. Okay, so you need to take a basic a clay thing. Yeah, exactly. I want to make pockets on everything. Yeah, I'm not a pocket man personally, AJ. So like, you know, I tend to avoid pockets as much as possible. Personally, that's why I love blazers. They don't have pockets. I want to. That's totally fine if you like pockets. I like making giant pockets in my clothes. That's good. Yeah, I mean, yesterday being like, women's clothing lacks pockets, not because of not. It's just how it's designed. You can design it in any way. Like I know women that design big pockets in their clothing all the time, but that's just an uncommon trope for some reason. I don't understand that. I love deep pockets, especially in skirts and when they're hidden. See exactly. You're very smart. No, I'm an idiot, personally. Um, maybe everyone else here is smart. Yes. The fuller the skirt, the bigger they can make the pockets. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I've seen really long skirts, but I didn't think about that. I don't make women's clothes. I'm not a women's designer. I don't want to touch women's clothes. I want to make dresses, but also like I wouldn't know how to go. I would have to ask a woman a billion questions and a half how they like to wear it, how comfortable it is, if they want it sheared there, if they want this, if they want that, if they want this removed, if they want that. I would hate making women's clothing. Okay, I don't want to touch that shit. I like unisex clothing because that's what my stuff tends to be unisex. I like that because I don't have to think about like I wear it, so I know what's comfortable for a man. But if a woman was wearing it, well, I would assume that it would also be comfortable for them because it's meant for both. But if it was just a dress, I wouldn't know how to go about that. I wouldn't know how to wear a dress or what would be comfortable or wouldn't be comfortable or what you would want on a dress. I don't wear dresses. I don't want to personally. Like that's fine. I see men wear dresses all the time. I'm sure they have a much better opinion on how a dress is made than I ever would as a man that doesn't wear dresses. Okay, so that's just like a personal thing. I would never trust a person that doesn't wear a dress and tell me how to make a dress ever. But I would trust a person that wears dresses and knows how a dress is worn and comfortable in. I would listen to your opinion way more. Yeah, everyone here, I recommend taking basic sewing classes up to like advanced level, whatever you can find in your area, because like you're just gonna learn so much more, and it's a fun class because you're with people that are doing the exact same thing as you, and then if you can troubleshoot it, and you just figure out how to do it with your own hands, because doing it through YouTube's not the same feeling. A camera and YouTube, I can't ask the teacher questions. How do you do this, or what's that, or what does this mean? Like, I just prefer having the professional. I prefer paying the professional. I understand how expensive it is, but like you won't regret having a professional experience, especially if you're not paying $5,000 at a university. Fuck that. It's too much money to learn a skill. For one class, by the way, one class. That's way too much money. That does make sense. Smart man. I'm an idiot. Stop calling me smart. Stick with that, you know. Fit concerns are different for men and women both. Yeah, I mean, hope you everyone likes and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by. But anyways, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I would never trust myself to make a dress. That's what I'm trying to say here. Like ever. I just wouldn't because like I don't know what women like to wear or like how it wears. But like when I make unisex clothing, I mean, yeah, I do menswear. It's leaning way towards menswear, but it's still unisex, right? Because it has like that mix of both. But like like because it's based off the humbuck, and the humbuck is very unisex already. But like I made it more masculine. Okay, that was just a personal choice because I wanted to have something that was more distinctive, you know, for what I wanted to make. So like, you know, that was just a personal choice, you know, for what I wanted to do. Okay, whatever, judge me how you want, I don't care. But anyways, so I did that because I just felt like it was missing, so that's why I did it. But also, I trust myself with men's clothing more because I am a man and I wear men's clothing my whole life, so I know what you know what it is. But I have women that wear my hoodies and women that you know that wear my blade or you know you people like women like my blazers too and you know my pants. So like at the end of the day it's unisex because like you know everyone's allowed to wear pants and everyone's allowed to wear hoodies and everyone's allowed to wear blazers, right? But just because it's more masculine leaning doesn't mean that a woman can't wear it. That's all I'm trying to say. But I am comfortable in that. I don't because like I know what I like to wear as a man. So that's why I make that. I make this stuff because I think it's comfortable. So yeah, that like I said, this is just a. But if I was making straight up women's wear, I would feel so uncomfortable, and like not uncomfortable in a bad. Not, I'm not uncomfortable in a good way. I feel uncomfortable in a bad way because I don't know what the hell women like to wear. I don't wear skirts every day. I don't wear dresses every day. I wear men's clothing every day. So you know, it's really hard for me, or whatever, more men's leaning clothing. So I would be so uncomfortable if I was just making women's clothing and tell you this is how you wear it, this is how it's worn, and that's it. You can't change that. Like no, I would need immense amount of feedback from anybody that wears dresses, or anyone that wears skirts. I would be upset, you know, making that clothing. But that's just a personal choice, you know. Yeah, I thank you. Stick with what exactly. There's nothing wrong with like I'm uncomfortable doing this, but like I'm uncomfortable in a good way doing this. Because like I know what I like to wear, and you know I try to translate that to other people, you know. So, but like I would love to make a dress, but if I made a dress, I would need years worth of feedback for someone, you know, personally. Uh, like I have made dresses before, but they weren't my pattern. They were just commercial patterns. So, like I assume that commercial patterns like the standard dress that a woman would wear, right? So like I didn't feel bad making that. So you know when I made a commercial standard pattern, I was like, okay, whatever, that's fine. But like, uh, fit concerns are different for men and women. They really are. But like in class, it's good to learn how to make a dress. So I learned how to make a dress, right? So I know I have the skill for it. But you know, just like if I branched off from that pattern and started making my own patterns, like what would be comfortable or not, I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. I hope everyone likes and subscribes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anyway, so yeah, I just like sticking to my own lane, you know, and that's it. That's all I'm trying to say. Like I know what I like to wear, and I make it. I did make myself pants, so I do wear the. I'm not wearing it now because it's summertime, but I do make my own clothing, and I do wear a lot of it. Oh, what am I trying to do here? Like I made this blazer for myself. Um, this is my second mentor's fabric. I wear this like as much as I can, and then I made this hoodie for myself. I wear this as much as I can. You know, obviously now I don't want to wear a hoodie in summertime, but you know what I mean. Uh, just where I live, it's really hot. Then I made myself pants recently. Let's see. You know, yeah, thank you for understanding. You have the skill to make them, but you don't know how to change in patterns that will affect the fit feel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I would have to go through like a lot of like questioning. These are pants that I made for myself. I would have to like, this is what the silhouette's gonna look like. Yeah, I would have to go through a lot of like questions and trial and error, and like, have a how be with and have it tested on a lot of different women and get a lot of different feedback. But like when it comes to men's clothing, I know what pants are. I know what's comfortable in pants. I don't need to ask a billion questions. I've been wearing pants my whole life, right? So I'm already like, this is it. This is what I make. This is what I like. I already know it's good. But on the inverse, if it's dresses, I'll fucking know what women like to wear, or how they like to wear it, or what fits good, or what's not good, or what size they want to wear, or like what's a good size for them, or I have no fucking clue. So when I made a skirt for a woman, and like like she wanted a certain way, she wanted a certain length, she wanted it to fit a certain way, and like my mentor helped me with that because I was in class doing it from my project. But if my mentor wasn't there, I would have not known any of these things. You know, so I had help, obviously, but like women's clothing is hard. Okay, I don't understand it. It's so detailed in its own way. Men's clothing has more steps, yes, to sew it all together, but women's clothing's detailed is like way more detailed in terms of like sizing, fitting, tailoring. Like, I remember this one woman that talked about how her best friend could wear the same pants as her, even though she had a completely different body type, and you would have never thought that. But like, if someone else with a different body type would have worn those pants, they would have never fit. So like, one person was able to wear this was like an anomaly of like how clothing fit on someone too. This was uncommon. Apparently, I mean, I would take her word for it because I don't fucking know. So like what fits you is not going to fit your friend, right? According to what I've learned from listening to, because I mean, when I'm in sewing class, I'm the only man there, so for the most part, sometimes there's another, but from when I was sick in sewing classes, there was one other guy there. He was 18. He just he was going to Parsons in Paris, so that was it. And he was so advanced beyond me. I was not in the same classes as him for the most part. So he's a great kid for sure. He's gonna do great things. What am I trying to do? Whatever, I'll be fine. Yeah, it'll work. I was just happy to be in the same room as him. I was so excited to like be with someone so great. He was sewing, he wearing clothing from his grandma, and then since he was 10, he was with Veronica for 8 years. Because that's when he had to leave Sew Design Studio, or well, he was with Veronica way before Sew Design Studio, but so it's amazing. Like that's why I recommend for you guys to take classes, because you never know you're gonna meet in those classes. You may just meet the next prodigy. This kid was definitely a prodigy for sure. Like he already won contests and did all these great things, and like I was damn inspired. I'm an idiot. He says I'm great at what I do, and I appreciate that. But like, man, he's so humble. I feel like he's way too humble. Like you could tell he's one of Veronica's students from the way he acts. So, so it's just such a nice, kind person, soul. Just a nice, kind of soul. But he makes these great projects down in college. Like he's so good at making masterpieces. Like it's amazing. He's so good at what he does. And it would make anybody jealous, okay? Be jealous or not, just seeing that amount of skill and level of like precision, it would make anyone jealous of like any of like, any craft. It doesn't matter. In a good way, not in a bad way. I can say envious. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, great. So I got that done. Now I need to get all this done. Cut this, cut this, cut pockets, and cut it. No, I'm missing that piece. There it is. So I need to cut all these pieces now, and the waistband. Okay, I'm gonna read the comment section, everyone. Oh no, I would never want to do that. I get it. You must take proper measurements. Yeah, especially for women's clothing. Yeah, bust hip. Yeah, well, it's all different. Women are not like men. We're just sticks, pretty much. Like women have so much different going on for very unique bodies and beautiful, unique bodies in comparison to men. Men are just all the same for the most part. Your designs look great. Not like school uniforms. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I do appreciate that. No, my stuff is not meant to be like a school uniform. No, everything is one of one, uniquely made. It's wonderful when you meet people like that. It is. Thank you so much. You must know what kind of fabric to buy for the ladies' dress. That too, yeah. There's there's so much to it, man. Like I obviously my if I made that, I'd break the mold of like what would be like common for like women to wear, but also like I don't know if my mold breaking would be actually successful. You know what I mean? Like you could break the mold all you want, but it has to be successful, right? So like that's another problem. Okay. Anyways. I got this blazer for $6.99. Half off too. Great price. Yeah, I'm a terrible art director and like creative director, you want to call it. I'm just good at making shit. Like, and my shit isn't like the best ever. Like you know, it's good enough, right? And that's what I go for. But at the same time, like if I had like a creative director that was marketing it like correctly and properly, then I would be able to sell way more. Like if I had the proper pictures, I actually be able to raise prices if I got the right marketing, because then it will I'd be able to manipulate that into feeling like you're actually paying more money for it. Oh. But I don't know. And I have someone that wants to do that with me and take photos. We haven't worked it out yet, but she wants to, which is great. I appreciate that. But like, I actually got her to start taking classes. So well, not. I mean, I encouraged her. I didn't make her. I didn't force her. I encouraged her to start taking classes because she was like, "Oh, I'm so inspired by you, and I want to do." I'm like, she literally lives 10 minutes. She could walk to the place where I had to bike to or drive to when I first First I biked there. So you could literally walk there. She lives right in the neighborhood where Soda Design Studio is. She's all like, yeah, I don't know, I just haven't signed for classes yet. And I'm like, well, if I'm so inspiring to you, I mean, learn how to do it yourself. You know, stop being inspired and just learn. Who cares about what other people think? You know, especially since he sells clothing, because this vintage market's not going to last forever. It's going to eventually die off because people are just going to stop buying vintage. You know, and the only people that are going to make it are the ones that are already super mega famous. So like, you know, and even they're floundering now because it's so saturated. So they used to be able to stick out, but now no, there's like everyone's doing it. So, you know, the only thing you could do now is make your own clothing line. That's all you have left. And she has a bunch of fabrics you could use. Who cares if it's worth $300? I would cut it up and make my own thing. But that's just me personally. I've done that. I cut up Supreme before, multiple times. I gave my chosen dad one of my original blazers, and I made this I made it out of a Supreme pair of pants that I paid like $230 for. So, you know, I'm personally not afraid to cut up old things that cost a lot of money. I mean, obviously, I wish I didn't pay $230 for it, but you know, Supreme's expensive, so I don't think it's sacred though, so that's why I don't give a damn. And people are like, no, the Supreme. I'm like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. I don't care about the Supreme. I hate Supreme. I think it's a stupid brand made by children in God knows where, probably some third world country. I don't know, somewhere in Asia, probably. And you're crying over that. I think it's a lot worse things, you know, than me cutting up old Supreme for you to care. You know, get a life. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, I think this will work. Oh. Okay, I think this will work. If it is, I'll just stitch the top of it. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna do this way. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way because this ain't working. This better. I'm trying to make this cut time off of it, and I'm just wasting time. So, wait. Okay, that'll work. Okay, here's my other weight. I do lose stuff all the time. I don't lose my scissors this time, which is so weird. Usually I lose my scissors of all things. Oh, here it is. That's violence. Okay. 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 That's not. I knew this. Yep, I was right about that. Okay, so I got this, but then I need to do that. That took way too long. It's wonderful when you meet people like that. Yeah, it really is. It really is. You know what kind of fabric to buy for? You must know. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. Why have fabric if you're not gonna use it? You're right. I don't know. I hope everyone likes and subscribes. I hope everyone has a great day. Anyways, yeah, I don't. I use all this fabric. I mean, at the end of the day, like I even have fabric that was given to me that I would never use because it is more of a dress fabric because that's what my mentor used to do, make dresses. My first one, she was a dressmaker for like weddings and stuff like that. So she has a lot of, stuff like that. And I would like she used satin, and I would never used to use satin, but now I use satin lining. So at the end of the day, like everything could be used something. I just need to think about what I'm going to use it for and where it's going to be and what I'm going to use it in. Like I just don't have an instant answer for everything overnight. Like obviously I'm a fabric, as you can probably tell, I'm a fabric hoarder. Like I hoard fabric, so like that's a personal choice, okay? But also like eventually I have to use it all, right? But how am I going to use it all? I have so much fabric, I keep on buying more, and the pile it keeps on piling up more and more and more and more and more, and I'm just obsessed with like collecting fabric. But I also just want fabric for when I want to use it. But like, well, what am I going to use it? I don't know. Everything is so spontaneous with me. One day I wake up and I want to use this fabric, so I go find it. One day I wake up, I don't want to use the fabric anymore, so I go find something else. That is something to consider. Yeah, it really is. Hello, Mary. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everyone likes and subscribes. You know, like obviously, I'm not Martha Stewart. I'm not a millionaire. I'm on a set. I mean, this is a set because it was a live stream, but like it's not a traditional like set you would see on TV with like Martha Stewart and stuff like that because I can't like I'm not no. I'm poor. So, this is just me doing my own thing. That's what I thought was going to happen. Okay. So it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't work. Oh boy, here we go again. This will work. I don't know what to do with these buttons, so I don't use them right now. I'll have to think about it later. But one day I'll figure out what to do with the buttons. Okay. Stuff's great. Perfect. This is beautiful. This will work just fine. Wait. Hope everyone likes and subscribes. Hope your day's going well. That's a shirt. Wait. That is something to consider. That's a shirt. Wait. What's a shirt? This is all blazers. I make t-shirts though. What? What are you asking? This was a blazer. This was all. Everything here is just pants and just clothing. I'm deconstructing them. I love blazers and stuff like that, so that's why I love deconstructing them. Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope you like and subscribe, and your day is going amazing. I am making pants. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I don't know what you mean by that's a shirt. It was a blazer. Everything here is a blazer. So. I'm gonna cut that off. Wait, no, I can't cut that off. Excuse me, everyone. Sorry you had to hear that. Well, thanks everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope you like and subscribe. I usually don't have this many people watching, especially this late into the stream. I think it's like one of the first times ever happening. Crazy. Well, I've been doing this for since October, I think, when I started taking it seriously. Oh boy. I'll show you what a shirt is. Hold on, Kennedy. I have a shirt here that I made forever, like a year ago. I think it was about a year ago. So this is the shirt. And this is what I made. I didn't put buttons on it, but everything else is made. I'm not a button guy. I just didn't care all that much.